What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to 3-Star Draw. I am Down South 77, and this here is an adult collector channel where we are mostly talking about G.I. Joe, primarily classified, because that's the main thing that I collect. But it's not all that I collect. So every now and then, on a day like today, we're going to take a look at some other lines that I'm interested in as well. And we're going to be looking at a figure from a line that I've recently gotten into, despite everybody telling me for months, oh, you should at least pick up one. They're so good. They're so good. Well, I just don't have that connection to what the line is about. I know the characters, but I just don't, the nostalgia's not there for me. And I am, of course, talking about the Jada Street Fighter 2 line. Now, when I first heard these were coming out, I was like, Jada's doing figures? Okay. I usually think of Jada doing little licensed die-cast cars, which are awesome, but I just really didn't know that they even made figures. And then these come out, they look good, people started getting them, and I started seeing how good they really were. Now, I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. I was never a huge Street Fighter fan. I don't dislike Street Fighter, I just like the style of Mortal Kombat better. So I was a Mortal Kombat guy. I've played Street Fighter, but I wasn't like, if I was at the arcade or somewhere that had the games, I was at the Mortal Kombat cabinet, not the Street Fighter cabinet. But I always thought the characters were awesome. So fast forward to these guys coming out, everybody's like, it don't matter what character you get, go get one of them. And I just about got myself talked into it, and my good buddy Krusty Old Crow from way up north in Canada sent me a message one day a few weeks ago and said, did you ever pick up that Jada Chun-Li figure yet? I was like, no, not yet. He said, well, you better hurry up and pick her up. I was like, what do you mean? Is are they quit producing this figure, or, well, you know, is it going to be rare or something? He was like, you're going to need somebody to fight the Dhalsim that I'm sending you, so you can finally have one of these Street Fighter figures. So he had already picked up Dhalsim for me and was getting ready to put him in the mail. So I followed his instructions and I went out and I picked up Cammy and Bison, and Chun-Li was actually picked up for me by somebody else who I told this story to and was like, you know what, I'm going to get you Chun-Li because you keep putting it off. So here's Chun-Li. Like, well, I can't not do it now. So I've got these guys, got them out. I haven't done any videos on the figures yet, mainly because I was so eager to get them out and play with them. These are figures you can actually play with and have fun with, but I knew when Dhalsim got here, no matter what the rest of the shelf looked like, I had to do a video on Dhalsim because this guy's so just freaking awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get him out, take a look at him. I'll show you the other ones that I picked up. You've seen all these guys before, but you haven't heard my hands-on thoughts with them. I know this has been a really long intro, but I am kind of condensing like 5 figures into one review here. So let's go ahead and get Dhalsim out and check this guy out. Get us a good look at Dhalsim's packaging here before we get him out. I'll get this other ring light on right here. These guys have some of the best packaging in all of toys, action figures, whatever. This is one of the best looking action figure boxes that is out there right now. Can't say enough good things about the packaging for these. And look, 13 plus. These are made for grown folks, or almost grown folks. Let's go ahead and check this dude out. Got all of his stuff out there. Now, is it Dhalsim or Dhalsim? Which is it? How do you guys pronounce it? I say Dhalsim, but I'm from the South and every vowel has a long sound down here. So I got these other guys set up back here behind us. I forgot I got Fei Long too. So let's go ahead and check out Dhalsim. Go ahead and get a good look at him up front. And got this very Molaram looking face. Molaram, Zularam. Got the skull necklace as I hit the camera there. And the shorts cut off with a tie in there, so he ain't spending a lot of time on his outfit because he's only wearing shorts and shin and wrist forearm guards. It is awesome though. The actual hoops in his ears do move. They're actual metal rings. The bracelets I think the bracelets are metal, but he's got the bracelets on his arms that move around, not sculpted in, just that extra, if you're doing pictures or something with this guy, just that extra bit of, you know, it'll be down here in one picture and up here in another picture. So go ahead and move his feet. I'm gonna angle this camera down just a little bit. I just realized it might be a little bit too high. There we go. You do want to open these guys from the bottom on the box, and they do have quite a few of our favorite little evil plastic ties that you have to cut, but that's all right. And then each character's got their own individual backdrop that comes with them. I thought that was really awesome about this line, is it's not just the same generic thing behind each one. So you can take each figure and display them in their own little window there. So they've all got their own deal. So let's go ahead and see how this guy moves. Knees are a little bit stiff there, but I mean, that's fine. I would rather them be a little tighter than floppy. And I've the only loose joints I've really encountered with any of these is on Fei Long. He seems to, his butterflies seem to be really loose. We do have your pinless double jointed elbows, so you can get these guys into so many poses. Hear that ratchet? Where's that at, Hasbro? You know, without to the point of it's gonna snap. So look at how far back you can go with that, with the butterfly and the shoulder, the ratchet. So this dude really has some awesome flexibility to him. You get these big old feet. Shouldn't have any kind of problem standing this guy up. He's got giant feet. So I don't know how tall he is supposed to be compared to others. Looks like he's a little taller than Fei Long. Of course, he's not as tall as Bison's gonna be. But so Dhalsim, I don't think I ever used Dhalsim in the game. In a few times when I played Street Fighter, I always used Bison. Bison was my favorite. No, I don't know any of his moves. I don't know any of the combos. I was a button masher when it came to Street Fighter. So these guys, some of them do come with their own stand. As you can see, that's some more added value you get with these figures. It's just hard to believe that you get so much with these guys for the price. They're $24.99, and I found them as cheap as $22. Fei Long was $22, Chun-Li was $22, and I got Bison and Cammy on Amazon, both on sale for less than $25. And they just come with so much stuff. So he does come with an extra set of grippy grasping hands, and then he does not come with fists. He comes with ninja chop hands. He's got a ninja chop hand over here, and he's got a Judy chop hand over here.
You got your ninja chop.
I'm gonna work that into everything, guys. So most of these guys you can get on one foot with not a lot of work. Like Cammy, man, Cammy can stand on one foot so easily. And this mat is also cork, so when I push down on them to balance them, this mat also squishes in. So not a whole lot of effort to get these guys to stand on one foot, and you can get them in such awesome poses. So he's got the ninja and the Judy chop hands. He's got grasping hands. These guys do have the articulation in the hands as well. It works a whole lot better when they're plugged in, so we'll just hold off on that. It's kind of blank, frowning expression here. Looks a little bit like Dr. Manhattan, I think. And then he's got his angry face. Most of these guys come with an angry face or an O face, if you know that reference. Paint looks good. I like the teeth are painted. Tongue is very visible in there. So they're not super detailed, but for what you want, I mean, they look just like the freaking characters from the game. So Dhalsim's gimmick is all of his limbs stretch out. So let's take a look at his arm here. And he does have, there's this, okay, that's made on, I guess, because he has punchy, no, I don't know, honestly, I don't know if his hands are made to come off or not. I'm kind of scared to pull them. Seems like they would, but I think maybe the fist, I'm not gonna chance that. It's not swiveling, and it looks like I got a little bit of bend there that's from me messing with it, so I'm not gonna pull. I'm guessing the fists are made to stay fists on the extendable arms. So let's see. So these just pop off. And now you can say he accidentally Judy chopped off his own arm. That's kind of... This is a really flexible rubber. Let's see if I have to heat it up. Nope. So he has these extendable... I hear the $6 million man. And these are bendy wires in here, so he does have this bendy, so they don't have to be straight. You can look like he's putting a hammer down. Bonk. I do that to my dog sometimes. Not hard, obviously. I just come up and go bonk. So he can do that. And get Pretzel back in here to bonk next time he starts barking. So, let's see. Throw this one on. I just want to see what he looks like with all of these limbs on, because I've not seen it in person. I have seen it in a couple other videos. So you got your butterflies there. Let me at him. Let me at him. Just trying to get the bracelets to jiggle there. This is awesome. So this is actually what his stand is for. You don't get a blast effect with this guy. It is to help hold up the limbs, specifically for his legs. So let's look at where... I'm guessing the leg plugs in just underneath. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit different on the legs. It'd be funny to put the wrong one in the wrong spot. It's not even in the whole view of the camera. I'm going to have to readjust the camera again. So there's just so much fun you can have with these figures because they're so posable. And it's going to be a lot harder to get this guy to stand because these are rubbery with these legs on. I don't think I did. Look, I did put them on wrong. I was just kidding. And I put them on wrong anyway. I do that with socks all the time. Maybe he'll stand a little easier. So really hard to get him to stand all the way up like this, but I am trying. So the feet are rubbery, and it looks like the wire is going to stop somewhere about right there, and that's probably why the hand moved or kind of started to peel right there when I was working on it. So let's see if we can get all of this guy in there. So I'm coming to get you, Barbara. That's just so weird looking. So there he is, and then I'm guessing you're really meant to use this with one regular leg and one stretchy leg. I don't think you're supposed to put all of them on at one time. I just had to do it though, because I wanted to see what he looked like. Now he's taller than Bison, and he can just bonk. Bison's pissed because he's losing on Dance Royale over there, so he's not talking. He can't beat Chun-Li's high score. So let's throw this head on. Was that the same head? I wasn't even paying attention. That was the head that was on there, wasn't it? Let's do Angry Face. I do find that the heads sometimes don't, even though they snap on, like they don't feel like they fully seat sometimes with these guys. Maybe it's just me. So there we go. I had the same one on there. So I like the skull necklace. I'm getting Quinn vibes. So I like to see what that looks like on a classified figure. So let's pop on, let's see, let's put on a regular leg. See if I can get the right foot here. So, boy, you talk about needing some orthopedic shoes. Those look like comfortable shoes. So there we go. So you can balance him out. It's going to take a whole lot more to balance him with all of the stretch limbs on there. This guy's awesome. Oh, that was Pretzel. He was coming in here. If he comes in here, he's going to get bonked. So there's just an idea of what you can do with this guy. I don't really think he's meant to have all of the stretchy limbs on at once, but hey, if you want, so there he is. Beating up Fei Long. Oh, wait, hold on. You guys ain't going to see it, though. Bonk. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So there he is. stretching out, kicking Fei Long. Fei Long was like, what do you want? See, Fei Long's head's kind of loose. So, what came first, Fei Long or Liu Kang? I don't know. Tell him, Fei Long. Well, this dude looks like a Dragon Ball Z character to me. And Fei Long has a different feel on the plastic as well. So he was a first series, right? Guys that have these, I think he was in the first series. So maybe they changed the plastic. Seemed like I remember somebody saying that they went back and made some changes to the plastics on the first figures because they were having some issues or some paint issues or something. So maybe I got one of that first series of them. Oh, there you go. Now he looks like Slender Man. Get a little suit for him. So I'm digging this dude, man. He's pretty awesome. Get Cammy. Wonder if you can get it to where he's holding her up. And if I can't do it quickly, I'm not going to sit here and keep messing with it, but yes, you can. Somebody's probably done this, I'm sure, but I haven't. So I haven't, as I said, done any videos on these other guys yet. I did do some pictures and put on Instagram. So if I remember, I'll stick some of those in here. I'm probably not going to remember, but we'll see. So let's get this guy back to normal with this screaming face on. I can't get over how good these Jada figures are. They're really better than they have any right to be for the price point on them. And that you don't feel like you're going to break them as you play with them. Like my classifieds, I can get out and I can do stuff like this much more slowly. But after I move them around, I'm probably going to have a loose joint or something. Like I feel like I need to take my time posing a classified figure around. These guys I can just take, and I have no fear of just doing whatever with these guys. They're not going to break. Okay. Well, I'm not going to fool trying to put him back on one leg. You've seen that it can be done. So I do like, with these guys, most of them come with some sort of Judy chop and ninja chop hand here. I like that look right there. Just like full on attack. And I guess if you want, you can use the stand with the regular leg. And then maybe pop the other one on and extend the stand out like we had it, where he's stretching out in a series of pictures. So I'm really digging this guy. I can't thank my buddy Crow enough for sending me this dude. I hadn't swapped his hands yet. Let's swap his hands, see what he looks like with the grippy hands. See if we can get that, there we go, get that ratchet to work a little bit on the hand. So much easier to do when the pegs are in there. I like the grippy hands for him too. As you can see, I've got them on Fei Long and I've got one on Bison. So, see, he's reaching out. I do wish you could swap the hands on this guy, but, I mean, I get it. I mean, they've already given you so much for what you get with this dude. With the rubber and the bendy wire and everything in there. You got to think they can't be making that much money on these figures. I know Blanca is coming and E-Honda, and they're going to be a higher price point a little bit, but that's to be expected because they are huge, huge, beefy characters, especially Honda. So there we are. There is Dhalsim or Seam. Choose your own adventure, as Kyle Peterson likes to say. So I do like him like this. I'll probably throw on one of the extended punchy hands. But you can do so much with these figures. So let's go back and get him in frame and all of his plunder there. And so quickly, I did want to say that I was going to give you some quick thoughts on the other ones that I've got. So Cammy and Bison were the two that I really, really wanted the most, even though everybody said you should definitely have Chun-Li because she's one of the best figures, if not the best. So I'm really, really impressed with Cammy. Figure's awesome looking, looks like a cartoon, looks like an anime, and you can get Cammy kicking on one leg very, very easily. So I am really happy with Cammy. And then I did get Chun-Li, thanks to Purple Elf. Chun-Li is a really awesome figure too. She's got the punchy fist. So there's not really much bad things to say about any of these guys. I did show you Fei Long, and my Fei Long does have a little bit different feeling plastic to him, but he's still fun, very posable. I got him in the air kicking, or his leg was in the air, you know, and it's like that basically in one of my pictures that I did with this guy. So he's really posable. And then Bison was the one that I really, really wanted the most with these guys. I'm really impressed with Bison as well, although I do have more trouble posing Bison around than I do any of the other figures. He seems like one leg is longer than the other on my Bison. So the right leg seems to be a little shorter than the left leg with this guy. I don't know if it's just mine. So you got to get his legs perfect. Other than that, I mean, I have no complaints with Bison. I love this dude. It's just he's probably the most problematic of all of them that I've gotten so far. So there's my Street Fighter 2 figures so far. I guess you could say I really, really do dig this line. Very, very taken back by how good these figures are. And again, I've got no nostalgia for this game. To me, Street Fighter 2 was just another game that was out that I played a little bit of. So something like that, I'm getting several of the figures because they're that good. If you don't have one, I do recommend picking one up. If you want a recommendation on out of which of these figures to pick up out of the ones that I have right here, I would probably say Cammy and Dhalsim because they just look like they're going to be the most fun for photography and fighting and just the expressiveness of them. Of course, I don't have all their extra stuff out here. But there you go, guys. There's Dhalsim and the rest of my Street Fighter 2 figures so far from Jada. Go out and pick you one up, pick you two up, but they are fun. I think everybody should have one of them on the shelf. All right, that is my thoughts on these guys. I appreciate you sticking around. I know it's been long, but, you know, it's always going to be when I do a video. I like to give you everything in there. So, all right, I will see you guys next time on 3-Star Draw.